What's up, guys? This is D1B Universe. This is gonna be Miraculous Ladybug episode 6. Check out my DeviantArt to look at my short rough draft of a little mini thing that I'm after this episode gonna continue working on, because I was mainly doing these reactions now because it's kind of like raining outside, but it seems like the sun is out. So it's gonna be the last reaction of the day, at least for Miraculous Ladybug, and yeah, I'm gonna get started. Also, since this is the last episode, and I'm just gonna say this now, head off in the link in the description if you don't want to hear it. Do you guys want me to continue Miraculous Ladybug, or try to see if I can alternate between Miraculous Ladybug, and Starburst Force of Evil? Because I am gonna try to finish this series off before Christmas, and that is my primary goal. And I'm afraid if I don't do like a certain reaction like period, reaction session of the show, I'm afraid I'm not going to do it later on, because I only have like 2 days to actually do reactions now, even though my schedule does call for other sort of things, but not long reactions like these. So that's what I mean. Do you want me to go back and forth to restart in this, because I can finish this off, and I know it's going to be before Christmas, and I can go back to Star, and that will be like my primary thing now, because then I'll have another thing to go to, like Wander Over Yonder, which was the second contender of Miraculous Ladybug. So, this is just me throwing it out for people to kind of know about. So, I'm just going to get started. 3, 2, 1, now. Involving the obvious hints of this guy being Cat Noir. Because it already happened last episode, primarily because he's allergic to feathers. And throughout the entire episode, he was allergic to feathers. So, even a 7-year-old can piece 2 and 2 together. And I have proof, because Giselle was 7 years old, and she pieced 2 and 2 together on Santa Claus. So, there you go. Wait, no, wasn't 7. Well, how old was she? It was 4. Yeah, I think she was 4. So, yeah, I think, come on. And when I say Santa Claus, I mean that he's real. So, yeah, Santa Claus is real, right? Right? Yeah, he is. So, yeah, the episode in on itself was pretty good and interesting, because I was actually kind of wondering when and how Marinette's friend, sooner or later I will get it without having to go to Clarinet, Marinette's friend would be implemented as an Akuma. Now, the Wi-Fi powers. The main thing I can talk about this show is how the powers are implemented, and how there's actually really like something different, and it's just like the power of Wi-Fi. I mean, it's like Pokemon. You have types, and they have good advantages but clear disadvantages. When you have the power of Wi-Fi, you gotta make sure you actually have a connection to use your powers. You can use any phone that has a connection. However, if the phones are broken, you can't use them. And if you lack the Wi-Fi in the entire area, then your powers are pretty much useless. So yeah, it's pretty good and creative, but clear disadvantages and weaknesses that people will take advantage of if you try to take over the world with said powers. Especially when you have no mobile service in certain areas. It all really depends on what kind of plans you're going to. So, whatever. Jokes aside, good episode all the same. Nice, just a nice 3-episode reaction session that I've been going through, and I'm about to continue on with the second part of my mini animation deal. And yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying these reactions, because I sure am. I know I haven't seen the comments of the first 3 episodes, and I haven't seen the comments of these episodes yet, but I'm only gonna probably guess they will have certain people kind of take my jokes on the whole, they should already know who they are, and all of it's just the sake of comedy, guys. I know it's a show. I know it has certain things to go through. They're probably like some unexplained thing involving like the magic around them kind of shrouds their secret identity. But it just, in the end, it's fun to poke fun at it, because they don't really explain it like that. Unless it's like in my face, they explained it, and then it's my fault. Like how I'm now starting to slowly realize the reason why they can keep their powers for so long is because they don't use their Miraculous main ability. Ladybug with his Lucky Charm, and Cat Noir with his Cataclysm. When they use set things, they have a set amount of time before they run out, because they just exhausted all that strength. I always thought it was because it's like a time limit in general, and they had multiple powers that they could use to then and the more they exhaust that energy, the more time that's wasted, and more time they have less they have until they go back to normal. But no, it's like once they use their primary power, that's when they start to go down. So yeah, I can't wait until the episode, which I hope does come, when they actually do find out each other's secret identities and see where that goes. Because since one of them has a clear crush on the other, and the other one has a clear crush on the other, hero-wise, it's clear to see once they do figure out something that something has to happen in some way. Don't know what, but something has to happen. They can't just make it like, oh, we can just be friends for the rest of their life. No. I wouldn't accept that. So, yeah, this is Do You Want Me to Universe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. I missed.